far they've had free rein to do so until Elon Musk showed up, dropped $43 billion on the table, and said, I think the First Amendment's a pretty important thing.
Yeah, I don't underestimate the influence culturally, especially in big tech and government, of the Chinese model. I think there are a lot of people. We sit on this couch and we talk about China and the human rights abuses and the lack of freedom there, and we're horrified. There are a lot of people, and they are the titans of our most important industries, who look at China and go, wow, wouldn't it be great if we could control like that? So I think that's one part of it. The other part of it that struck me from that article in Time Magazine, didn't even know Time Magazine was still being read by people.
I don't know if it's still printing. I Googled it while you were reading that quote.
Yeah, I remember getting it as a kid. But what struck me is that somehow free speech is a white guy thing. Like, right. What the heck is that? Like, it's so offensive. Talk about all these people who are, are so sensitive to minorities. That is offensive. I love this country. My mother is an immigrant to this country. Free speech is exactly what we love, and we are seeing it eroded. And I'll tell you what, my mother grew up with the influence of the communists where she grew up, and there are so many times, frankly, since the time that Barack Obama was elected, where she said, things are looking very familiar to me. And you have seen this erosion.
Tell that to, comedians, obviously,
yes.
Of course, who are of all racial backgrounds.
Yeah.
Tell that to rappers or musicians. I mean, there are a lot of people that would have liked to have shut down some of the music that came out of the 80s and 90s and 2000s, and because of our First Amendment, people are allowed to broadcast their views, as offensive as they might be to some people. That's America.
You had a great interview with J.D. Vance.